Paulo. Paulo. Don't have him. All right, let's try him again. Call him back, boys. 866-277-4969. What else? Oh, the Batman movie's coming out this year. I'm telling you the truth, I'm not all that up for it. I saw the preview. Again, I think that one looks a little too light.
I'm excited about this Batman Begins. I think it's a good chance to start this thing all over again.
Hello, everyone. We're all British Batman. Hello.
They won't be using...
I'm Batman driving on the wrong side of the road.
They won't be using their British accents.
Does it bug you a little bit, though, the Brits have taken over Batman?
Yeah,
Just like Star Wars?
I wish we had some American actors that could be Batman and Commissioner Gordon.
What about George Clooney? The great George Clooney.
That was awful. That was just a mess. He was a bad Batman and a bad Bruce Wayne.
They have to call Paulo back.
Oh.
Your guys. Paulo's not on the line, so I can't dial from in here. So your guys have to...
Is he on 10?
Is he back on 10? Because I don't have it up on mine. Paulo? Is there something with the phone?
Hey, there's something wrong on the board.
Hello.
Hey, Paulo.
Hello.
Sorry, you got Brian DeBryant. How are you? Yeah.
Hello.
Come on in, Benicio. What happened?
Hello.
I think somebody forgot to hit program on the board.
Oh, is there? Anyone?
Mr. Can't Wear a Hat. Paulo, your life's a movie.
Hello?
Here's your opening.
From the legendary Warner Fest Studios in a predominantly white neighborhood, Warner Fest presents Showtime with the Paulo.
Paul's really great. Paul's great.
Hey, Paulo, your life's a movie.
Paulo, you like the movie? Hello?
Hello.
Hello.
You can hear us.
Can you hear us, Paulo?
I can hear. Hello?
You're on the air.
You heard us all that time we were yelling, and
Yeah,
you were
I
like
heard
a
it
kid
all.
in a coma. That inside he's screaming, "I'm here! I'm here!"
I'm here. I'm here. Hello?
Yeah.
You like the movie?
Paulo, so it's a week movie weekend, right? No reason.
Yeah,
to go.
well, you've got Assault from Precinct 13. You've got Are We There Yet? I've seen The Woodsman with Kevin Bacon, and, of course, Oscar nominations Tuesday morning.
Kevin Bacon have a chance?
You know, that's the thing about Oscar nominations. They usually have a dark horse. There's usually something from out in left field.
Speaking of which, how's your big fat wife?
Oh, please. That's not too. No.
I think you got to think Kevin Bacon. Obviously, he's owed for his great work in Footloose, which, for whatever reason, and then also I'm a Bicycle delivery boy.
Quicksilver.
Yeah, the great Quicksilver.
Quick, give him an Oscar.
He's done so many great films.
And as you know,
for the boy.
The Independent Spirit Awards are usually right around the same time that the Oscars are broadcast.
Like the day before, and here's what bugs me. It's like the same people, but they show up wearing jeans. Like that day, they don't care, man. The man can stick it. And then by the time the next night, they bronze themselves and are wearing gowns.
Right. And then and he's already nominated for the Independent Spirit Awards, so sometimes that cancels you out.
Oh, yeah, is that right?
You can't. Well, you know, sometimes.
Well, not last year with Charlize Theron or whatever her name
No,
was.
I mean, you know, sometimes they can't deny.
Was that last year she got
yeah, Monster? Yeah, absolutely.
And then this year, the remake she did, Some Kind of Monster, didn't do as well, but I loved it.
I still know what you did last summer, Monster.
All right, the pedophile movie. Should anybody see that?
Well, again, first of all, he has a lot of hot naked sex with the female love interest, Kira Sedgwick.
That's his wife.
It seemed like, you know, they were really into it.
Well, they've been doing it for 20 years.
Yeah,
it's none of our business.
She has a nice top, I must say.
She has a nice top.
Top half. Naked half.
You curse like a 3-year-old.
I know.
How about her coolie? Is that attractive to you? All right, so thumbs up, thumbs down on this.
I would say thumbs up, but almost no one will be able to sit comfortably in the theater.
Why?
You'll be squirming because it's a very uncomfortable subject. He's a pedophile.
You took a field trip.
How old are the girls that he's touched?
He's 11, and then he's talking to someone. He says, "Well, one was 11, and she said she was 13." And
well, then it's her fault, obviously.
Liar.
She got what was coming to her. All right, so it's not a character you can root for.
No, it's very difficult. It's humanizing a person that obviously we all hate. And so it's a very brave performance for Kevin Bacon because I don't think he's a pedophile.
Paul Loesch is using it as a how-to manual.
No, he's an actor, just like they're all actors, Paulo. None of these things are documentaries.
And he's fighting. It shows how that there are no answers, and so it's a possibility.
Yeah, there's one answer. Don't touch kids. There's your answer.
I understand, but there's no answers to solve the problem necessarily, because it shouldn't be a problem. There should never be a problem. Why would there even be a pedophile? It's a crazy idea, but obviously some people struggle with this thing. So this is what this movie's about, and it's difficult. You'll be sitting.
All right, let's move on, Paulo. You know no one's going to go. Okay. I mean, it might be the greatest movie in the world, but who wants to buy 2 tickets to that and go walking in? Hey,
good for the Woodsman.
She just, your neighbors could see. Oh my God, he's going to the Woodsman. Let's bring Jimmy in. You know what I mean? They don't want their kid in the backyard anymore.
I know you won't be allowed in.
And you know what? I mean, I don't know whether you know this or not, but the film company sent us all shirts for that, and I sent them back. I go, we can't wear those. We can't.
I'm a Woodsman.
Not with our reputations. All right, what else you got, Paul?
All right, Assault from Precinct 13. Ethan Hawke, Lawrence Fishburne, John Leguizamo, and on. The cast is just endless. Brian Denny.
No, there's an end to it.
No.
I know for a fact there's an end to it.
Or the credits would be longer than the movie.
Or people are still getting in. Hey, I just got hired.
They're still filming.
Yeah, Brian.
This is the old John Carpenter film. Do we really feel like we need to redo it?
Well, that's the thing. Let's just look at it by itself. This new Ethan Hawke movie is a decent action film by itself. But when you compare it to the original, which is one of John Carpenter's first films, it's really not the same thing at all, because the original has a very claustrophobic and vague feel to it that you never know if the assault is going to end. It just seems like where are they? This is exactly where they are. They're in the outskirts of Detroit, and it's not the same thing. And you know exactly who's attacking.
I'm sorry, I stopped listening. What else you got, Polo?
Okay, well then we're going downhill from there. Then you got Ice Cube's new movie.
Yeah, now we all love the first Triple X, and we never really thought they could do it better.
It's Are You There Yet? It's where he's.
Oh, I thought that was the new Triple X.
Are You There Yet?
Are You There? That's
horrible. No one's going to go see that.
That's
what else
a horrible movie. So it's that time. It's that uncomfortable time of the year when the Woodsman comes out.
Every year.
Kids, it's Woodsman's Day. Stay in. No one's going to school today. It's that uncomfortable time of the year.
Like he's the great pumpkin.
And when you have the Oscar nominations coming out, they're not going to release anything.
All right, what, Polo? Give us your dark horse Oscar nomination pick.
Okay, there are 2 things that Entertainment Weekly mentioned that were right on target. And that was Jeff Bridges for Best Actor and James Garner for Best Supporting Actor.
Now, you're saying that if we went and picked up Entertainment Weekly, we wouldn't even have to talk to you every week.
No, I'm not saying that. I mean, it was my secret thoughts.
What was James Garner in?
I'm just saying it's like they were reading my mind. They knew exactly.
Rockford Files.
Oh, I love it. Yeah, I love it. I love the opening song, too. What was James Garner in this year?
He was in The Notebook. Which was
I can't see that film. I can't go to see a film where old people are crying.
I know.
I don't need it.
It was a beautiful performance, and he has been nominated once, and and that was it. And he has a long career, and I think it would be.
What was he nominated for before?
He was Victor Victoria, and Murphy's Romance, actually.
Oh yeah, that one was watchable. Victor Victoria, horrible. All right, Paulo, give us something else that's going to shock the world.
Well, I mean, there's, Al Pacino just released, in limited release, Merchant of Venice. That could come out of nowhere with Jeremy Irons.
I hope not.
Yeah,
That's Shakespeare thing. Why redo? I think one production and that's it forever.
But otherwise, it's going to be, it's going to be the usual it's going to be the usual suspects.
Again?
Yeah, they're going to get nominated because they were overlooked in '95.
No, I mean,
Stevie Baldwin's finally getting a Lifetime Achievement Award.
It should be their year, I guess.
Mainly for the work he's done on Scare Tactics.
I'm saying the same characters from the Golden Globes.
Oh, I see.
And that was I mean, Natalie Portman won.
Yeah, which I couldn't believe. I got to tell you the truth.
And that's the kind of thing they're doing these days. They give it to the youngest actor.
Yeah, that is true. They're going to... Jonah Bobo is up for a Lifetime Achievement Award. I don't even know how he did it.
The Irving Thalberg.
So So I'm going to.
So you got nothing for us, Polo?
No, it's not my fault. I don't make the
All right,
movies.
stop screaming.
Assault.
How long we got to wait? Memorial Day before the good movies come out?
Yeah, I mean, that's basically it. When Steven Spielberg starts releasing his movies again.
Well, KOP hates him now. What was the last film that he did that you liked?
Loved Minority Report. That wasn't that long ago.
I wasn't a big fan. I thought it was okay. I expect more out of him, though.
And frankly, Minority Report had a slightly weak story. I mean, he did a great job as a director, but I mean, it started to meander into a typical, murder mystery movie by the end. And
I know it's like, even when I'm watching, I'm thinking to myself, Blade Runner was better. I wouldn't go near anything that reminded anybody of Blade Runner. That's me, though. I'm old school.
And truthfully,
the precog should have told us that.
What is he doing with War of the Worlds but going back to the basics, aliens?
Right.
And
he does good with aliens.
And I think that's what your chaopectic guy here is saying.
Why be mean? Why be mean?
I didn't hear the name.
He's the king of pain. He's been under a lot of pain in his life. More than you can imagine, Paulo, because you've lived a wonderful life.
Paul's really great. Paul's great.
But I think what King of Pain is saying is he wants him to go back to aliens.
Yeah, I do. I know I do. Schindler's List, anybody could have done that film. I know we're supposed to act like we like it, but you're like, I can't take this beating anymore. Can I please have an alien jump out and scare me? You know what I mean? Like, not everybody can pull off the alien movies. He does it well.
I'll always show up for one, though.
And Spielberg
anything that Spielberg does?
Any alien movie.
Even if it's not Spielberg?
Yeah, but Spielberg, I'll always give him the benefit of the doubt with an alien movie.
He hasn't done one in how many years? It's been, basically E.T. Get the aliens running around doing stuff. Or sharks jumping out of the water or something.
Right, and he's getting away from Tom Hanks,
Good.
Catch Me If You Can and The Terminal. So now he's out from under Tom Hanks.
Let's face it, Tom Hanks is box office poison.
Who do you think broke up with who in that relationship? Hanks or Spielberg?
It's got to be Spielberg.
I don't know if anybody wants to be with Hanks right now after what he's been up to.
Big brush off.
He played with the Ouija board. Was his last he's got Fez's craving for the Ouija, for the dark side.
I do not like the evil spirit.
We need the song Dark Side by Beaver Brown Band as Fez's new intro. And then Tender wants Tender Years. So we're going to really be doing a lot more Beaver Brown on this show in 05.
Paulo, is there anyone that you see that's going to end up getting slighted by the Academy on Tuesday?
Well, Meryl Streep, and you know how much I love her.
No, I had no idea.
Well, I have fantasies about Meryl Streep.
What else?
Yeah.
What about Grandma Walton? You still thinking about her every night?
Come on.
Anybody else going to get slated, Polo, or no?
Well, that's the point, is that there are 5 slots. It's not like the Golden Globes.
Yeah, I know.
10 slots. So everybody's going to get slated. I mean, the people who obviously, if Jamie Foxx gets slated, we already know Chris Rock's going to go.
Who's going to get Best Director this year, Polo? Give me a really early...
Scorsese is the favorite, and yet we all know that it's kind of a makeup award.
I think he could get beat by another actor. I think Clint could beat him, even though I haven't seen the film. I just feel like they love to make Scorsese sitting there looking like an idiot. And he does every year. He looks like a moron sitting there.
And he looks so short. I was just thinking
He's
how short
tiny.
he was looking.
He's 2 feet tall.
I know. He looked like Woody Allen on this stage.
And his glasses are 1 feet tall.
I don't think he's the height of Woody Allen. I saw him in New York before, and his thing, it was a crowd, and he looked like petrified. He was like looking around at everybody like, the whole Jodie Foster thing was going to go down again.
I think the two of them together, that'd be a good team somehow.
Right, but you think they will give it to him this year?
They got to make it.
Let me check with KOP. Did you like Aviator? I know a lot of people didn't like it.
I liked Aviator.
Oh, I liked it. And Fez loved it.
I liked it a lot.
Yeah. I liked it a lot, and I was just really liked Gangs of New York, which was very controversial, and some people didn't like that. There's nothing you...
Well, let me say this about Aviator. I thought the direction was fine. I wasn't crazy about the story. I didn't really need the ridiculous amount of, hey, look who it is. It's Charlie Chaplin,
Right.
Every one of the star from today playing that. I really didn't find myself caring a whole hell of a lot if TWA or Pan Am got the overseas routes. It's just, 2 hours into this, I'm not like, yeah, we've got to beat Pan Am. So I didn't care much about that.
And just
the other thing, Fez really liked the OCD stuff. I thought he could have went farther with that. I would have went in a really brought the camera. Who's the guy who did Fight Club? KP, the director. Is it Finch? Is it Fincher? I would have done it like him, where you were really, when he was looking at germs, he should have really supered it, so we felt sick with it. I felt a little too far away from those scenes.
Well, when it ended, I was surprised that it ended where it did.
Well,
I thought we were gonna go more into this reclusion.
Yeah,
that's the word.
We all know we've got another 40 years. You can't go too far with that story. You know, he went to bed for 40 years. That would be really dull. So
I think it would have been interesting to see Leonardo DiCaprio to play 60 years old, though. Something.
I just don't care. It just wouldn't matter to me. We all know that story. We really didn't know much about the younger him.
And they could have been the whole Clifford Irving thing in.
Whatever, Polo. We can't do everything for you. All right, it's a 3-hour movie. You can't go on for 3 weeks.
Okay.
All right, so once again, you let us down.
I don't make the movies.
Well, you're no longer going to review them with us because we're done with it.
I understand, but if you could just...
Woodsman is your movie of the week? And how many kids would you touch? What did you say, scale 1 to 4?
1 to 4 years old.
The movie is about understanding the problem.
Right, so how many kids?
I'm not...
Scale 1 to 5.
I don't understand the problem. So
right.
The movie failed. It didn't make me understand.
Oh, you didn't like it?
I'm not saying I didn't like. I'm not liking it. I didn't like it.
You're not going to like or dislike it.
I
so you would only touch one kid.
Looking away from
Did you see it? Because it sounds like you didn't.
He didn't see it.
He
lived it.
Try to be objective.
Hey, did you hear him do your gimmick first?
No.
While you're rolling up, he slips it in. So yours sounds like nice rip-off, Fez. And you never even heard him.
I never even heard him.
He's so quietly. He just goes like this. He lived it. Then you're like, he lived it. And we're like, is he supposed to be just in Fez's ear? All right, so I don't even, Polo, I honestly don't even think you see the movie posters.
I saw the movie.
I really think you're that far away from it.
And I can tell you the ending. The Woodsman, you know what the meaning of the Woodsman is? It's something...
We all know what wood is.
It's something to do with Little Red Riding Hood cutting the girl out of the stomach of the wolf hole.
Paul's really great. Paul's great.
There's the wolf, or at least one of the 3 little pigs.
All right, we have a clip from this, and this is the girl that we think is going to maybe get an Academy Award nomination.
I'm an inbred crack baby retard.
No wonder.
That's not my way.
No wonder this thing is up for so many Oscars.
I like it when you bring clips, Paulo.
Thank you.
All right, we're going to take a break.
I don't make
when we come back, are we doing the Ouija board? Do we got...
Yes, and Julie Fullman is here.
Who?
Julie Fullman. I know you said...
I'll never see her again.
She's dead to you.
I wouldn't say that. That's too far.
Oh.
What is it, Puck?
Kelly's here.
Great, man. Oh, cool. And good luck with the program. He fell off during the last...
Oh, no.
Since we talked to him, he had a relapse.
Way to go, Paulo.
I don't make the movies.
Speaking of relapse, we haven't talked to Elfish in a long time. A long time.
Yeah, whenever it goes more than a few weeks, I always expect death.
Yeah, I mean, this time I think it could be true.
And just, it's going to be hard to find him bloated.
All right.
Or tell.
We'll be right back. It's the Ron and Fez Show.